finals of the European Championship. He leads 3-2, does Lewis. It is the narrowest of advantages. Justin throwing to level the match here. Just saw Pite make his way back onto the stage following the break. Gave himself a clenched fist and a nod of the head, trying to G himself up for this one. It was a lot more impressive than our referee George Noble, who managed to fall over trying to get up the steps to the stage.
100.
Yeah, Justin Pite looks a lot happier at the moment. He knows he's not played his best, but he's well and truly 54. In the match, which is important, certainly after the first break. Sometimes when you've had some bad defeats, or maybe games you should have won or not performed well, but he looks pretty comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, he's in this in the early stages. He wouldn't be, you know, he would have loved to have been 5-0 up at the first break. It's unrealistic to think you're going to do that against a two-time world champion.
140.
But he's in it, and that's all he'll ask for himself. He knows if he can take Adrian close, he's got a very, very good chance of making a quarter-final of a big TV tournament for the first time in, well, nearly 2 years.
His first dart is looking good as well. He's hitting the trouble with his first dart quite a lot, just not following it up as much as of yet. But still a long way in the game to go. Just don't want somebody like Adrian Lewis getting too far in front of you. Much better. He's managed to get his second dart in. A little bit of room if he can flick it over the top. Well, he did do just slightly over that wire, as you can see. Well, a good visit, 64 when he returns, so he'll be looking at tidying up leg 6 to level. Adrian just working out and making sure he leaves a finish. Sometimes when you get to them moments, you kind of know what the answer is, and then something in the back triggers something just check it, which is what he's done there.
Well, he has left to finish, but Justin Pite is looking at 64 to level the match up at 3 apiece. Another 16 will leave himself double 16.
32. Adrian, you require 156.
I'm sure Adrian Lewis has taken out 156 more than once in his career. He's not going to do it again this time. That would have stopped danger for Pite, but he will return for 32 to level.
Just looking to work his way in from there. Maybe the top end of the bed is the place to go for. No, he can slide it in there and just reminds the crowd that he can still throw good darts, whether they're taking the mick or...
But it's good to see it. Obviously, it makes a difference if you hit it or miss it. If he'd have missed that, he'd have been disappointed with the throw. Maybe the crowd has hit it, smiling away. That's good to see. But it's not affecting his game, because when it does, you can. Justin will say himself, he's sometimes blamed that.
57.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who.
At the moment, is it?
Yeah, one of the guys who has played with earplugs. I can't tell if he actually has got some in at the moment, or if he has the clear ones. As Lewis yet to hit a 180. It's not very often you see Adrian Lewis play 6.5 legs of darts and he hasn't hit a maximum.
Yeah, he's not playing his best, so it's an opportunity for Pite. Not with darts like those. Good last one. See the grimace as he was walking to the board. Well, they mentioned he hadn't hit a 180, and he still hasn't.
But he's threatening to.
Gonna have to have words with Keith Deller. He's probably stood next to him when he's practicing, talking to him when he throws the third dart. That's what it is.
Adrian has changed his setup. He's gone back to an old set of darts he had. Says it's an issue with grit. Prefers these ones. And now then,
120.
Good effort. Big finish, 140, 2 big trebles. Justin only halfway through the leg. Slowly simmering this match, Dan. Slowly simmering, a darting hot pot. Just needs the peas and gravy.
Junior required 20.
Double 5.
And
there we go. And Adrian Lewis, it's a 4-3 lead he's got, but this is, it's not even his B game. It's Adrian Lewis. This is a sort of ploddy performance by his own ridiculously high standard. Certainly Justin Pipe can throw a bit better. This game is there for the taking. If somebody can up their game, if they can just start finding that treble bed with a bit more regularity.
From the scoreline's point of view, you could argue that's probably about the right score, the way the game has gone. You kind of wonder which one of the two is going to be happier. Obviously Adrian's 4-3 up. Justin playing okay, he's not in any danger. Good second. Spot the rhythm there, looking at the scoreboard.
100.
So couldn't quite get that third one in. Chance for Lewis here. That's a good first one. Not a bad second.
140.
And again, Mr. Della talking to him on the third dart. Gonna have to have words with Keith.
Oh, no trouble here for Pipe. And
60.
he's in a spot of bother in this leg. They broke each other in the first 2 legs of the match, then it's just been hold after hold. But Adrian, well, as soon as somebody has a poor visit, then their opponent follows it. And
60.
Well, he's left to finish. It's not been the best leg in the world, but he's still almost 100 ahead against a throw. Danger for Pipe. He can produce something. He's going to have to stay there as well. He can't move because treble 20 will leave 160. Or great last start there from Pipe. Yeah, you saw the lips move from Pipe, giving himself a G up. Bad visit.
36. Justin, you require 160.
well, the 160 then for Justin Pipe. Wonderful first start for Justin, that is. He is gutted he couldn't follow it with a second. It was right where he wanted it in the bed for Justin. You can see he is not a happy man. Now 125, this looks beautiful when it goes in, but you do have to hit at least a 25 to do that.
Well, 6 darts ago, Adrian Lewis was 100 in front.
47. Justin, you require 60.
Pipe should. He can hit the big 20. Have 2 darts at tops to get back to 4-4. So he's hanging in there. Ooh, that's a bad angle as well. They have to go to the left. To the left, to the left. Second time today. Requests available.
All right, Beyonce.
84.
The crowd's almost, I don't know, they're enjoying the proceedings. They've had a fantastic game in the last one. 2 very fast and fluent players in Bunting and Chisnall, and they're kind of almost waiting for something to happen in the match, strangely.
Well, look, we had 17 180s in 16 legs between Bunting and Chisnall. They were really going at it, and plenty of instances where one guy hit one and the other guy followed it straight away. But these two yet to find a maximum, and that is very, very odd considering the calibre of players we got here. I mean, Justin Pipe was a former top 10 player as well. He's still in the top 20 at the minute. And Adrian Lewis, well, we know what he can do. A former winner of this tournament, former UK Open champion, a 2-time back-to-back world champion. But it's just not really happening for him right now.
60.
Yeah, they're not sparring, they're almost shadowboxing at the moment. Yeah, giving himself a G up, Lewis. Well, there's 2, plenty of room to the left. The Deladar, the third one.
Well, Adrian trying to see the funny side of it, but you know that he is going to be really, really frustrated. 10 140s he's hit, and at least half of those, the first 2 darts have gone in the treble, and he's not been able to follow it with a third. Not been far off.
I suppose the way to look at it, if you can hit a 140 every throw, you're not going to do much wrong. There's not many people going to beat you. That's a bad last one. Very bad last one.
Yeah, real opportunity for Pipe here. Even a level ton gets him to a workable finish. Oh my word.
Nice one, Dan.
Yeah. Better. Good recovery.
Surprised he never moved there.
Yeah, the 19 would have been a more sensible shot.
Maybe he felt the lie was good. Is it a sail pier that you could go numerically the correct way?
119.
19, still a decent finish. Options.
Well, Lewis kind of threw away an opportunity in the last leg to break the Pipe throw. Pipe is going to give himself one here. And it's a dart, a double 13. He loves this double. He leaves this on a few occasions. And he pins it now. And there you see the breaker throw, the first one we've had since the second leg. Pipe edges into the lead, and the former European champion Adrian Lewis, now it's down to him to find an extra gear. He's told me before he's got more gears than a mountain bike, but he's barely out of second at the minute.
Well, animated Pipe there, and that's not something you can buy from your plumbers merchants. It's the first time we've seen a reaction from the Taunton boy. Great finish. Kept his cool all the way. Knew what he had to go for. Surprisingly as well, he threw treble 19 with the first and stopped and asked the free what he needed. Seen that a couple of times in this match.
Yeah, and here we are saying you should have left Shanghai 120. Justin, yeah, sort it out. Do your counting and leave yourself an easy... Oh, you're taking 190.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Of course he did. He loves double 13. I'd be surprised if he doesn't leave it again, actually. Double 13 and double 14, been leaving those a lot.
99.
Well, it's a big leg, this one, because Adrian Lewis has not looked in any danger despite not being in first gear. Hasn't yet hit a 180.
And there's a celebration from him. About time too. And maybe being broken in that previous leg is the boot up the backside that Jackpot needed.
Keith must have disappeared for 5 minutes when he threw that last one. Yeah, great 180 there. Salute the crowd. Always good to see. Well, feast and famine. He's hitting everything. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm just going down the road shopping. Easy as pie. 89 after 9.
Well, 6 trebles on the spin from Jackpot after failing to hit 3 in a row all game. And he's looking at 89 to break straight back and make it 5 apiece as we head into the second break. Looking at the 19s. And then a single 20 will leave him tops. Justin Pipe a long way back, needs a big score to apply a bit of pressure.
Yeah, just cutting that 119 out, hadn't he? Giving himself a springboard on the hockey, enjoyed it, and then not really developed anything in the next leg.
60, Adrian 40.
And that is that. There's not been more than a leg between these guys since the very, very start. Adrian Lewis breaks straight back with 180, the first one of the match. It's 5 apiece here in a race to 10. Lewis holds a narrow advantage, but it is very, very narrow.